Live from America's heartland, this is the Daily Truth Report with your host, Noah Christopher.
Welcome back to the Daily Truth Report. I'm your host, Noah, and on the screen with me is the only guest we could have today after what has happened in the crypto world the past 2 days. Bo Polny back on the show. We are recording this on March 14th, and we have had an incredible 2 days in crypto. And spoiler alert, I'm going to tell everybody, we'll cover this a little bit later on in the interview, but if you're a subscriber to Bo's newsletter, you already know this, but for everybody else, Bo nailed the jump in crypto to the day. We're going to show some screenshots of his historical newsletters here in just a little bit, but Bo has been saying, he said February is going to be boring, and then he said watch out for March 13th because there is a big vertical spike coming. I think you said vertical spike, you said violent move up, stuff like that. Well, if you've been watching anything about crypto in the past couple of days, you know that we have absolutely exploded to the upside. We're going to talk about why. Bo's going to explain why, and he's going to explain what happens next. But I just have to say, it's been crazy. We Bitcoin jumped $3,000 in 24 hours on Monday, and then again today, up another 2,000. So absolutely crazy, Bo. I just want to say before we even get into anything else, you've got a lot of news, you've got a lot of timelines, next events that are coming in the world cycle of March, April, May, and June. But I just have to say, boy, did you ever nail it on that date.
Thanks, Noah. Yeah, actually, it's not me. Ecclesiastes states that which has been will be again. There's nothing new under the sun. It's a biblical verse. So what do? I go back, I study history, and like I've said before, if you don't study history, you'll never know the future, period. So I go back, I study history, historic cycles, and all I know is when I study history, I've proven this to myself and now to obviously to many of my readers over and over and over again, how you can literally predict what's going to happen days, weeks, months before it ever happens. Just like the crash that happened with FTX, right? In October, what did we say? On November 7th, 8th, Bitcoin's going to crash, going to break down through 19,000 and collapse. Noah, it did it exactly to the exact day. Now, again, how did it happen? Why? It's very simple. Life replays itself. I knew where to look. God shows me how to understand the charts and the patterns. So I knew where to look. And so when I knew where to look, I saw what was coming. And so in October, I was writing, don't be surprised if Bitcoin crashes on November 8th. And it's exactly what happened, only to find out later on why, right? The cycles precede events, so we didn't know the event, but the event ended up being FTX. Now, Bitcoin jumped vertical. Well, why did it jump vertical? Again, I didn't know why it's going to jump vertical, but then on Friday, look what happened to the banks, right? So you had these banks collapse, the seizures, and next thing you know, boom, Monday, first trading day, Bitcoin jumps $4,000 straight to the upside, maybe 5,000. And so cycles are preceding events. And so I don't care what people say, Bitcoin's good, Bitcoin's bad. All I'm telling you is Bitcoin's going up into the future, okay? If people say, gold and silver are never going to go up, well, then, they haven't studied history to know what's coming. So all I'm telling you is the way we transact financially, Noah, the way that we literally transact, whether it's with this paper money, credit cards, the way we're transacting today and that we grew up with is about to change forever. Forever.
The real problem is the bond market's crashing. And the bond market is systemic, as you know. I mean, I'm concerned about IRAs, pension plans, and all that. So this is more than I'm concerned, should I say. And then, thank you for all these years letting me come on your program and say, buy silver, buy gold. Because when I first started coming on, I think this was $3 and this was $50, and now it's $2,000. It didn't get any bigger, Neil. Still,
no, it did not get any bigger. But you know what's interesting?
The Fed and the FDIC are signaling hyperinflation, which makes gold and silver even better because this thing here is trash. They're going to print more and more of this fake money. And that's what the Fed and the FDIC is signaling. We're going to print as much of this as possible to keep the crash from accelerating. But they're the guys who are causing it.
SVB and FTX, for that matter, are just two of several major players in the financial industry that have gone under in recent months. Are you noticing any of this?
The evil side is pushing their agenda. They're trying to bring on what's called a central bank digital currency. And that's in direct opposition to what cryptocurrencies are because they're open ledgers. So they're trying to take down the banks and do all these things because they want to control the narrative. They want to control the money supply, the money. They want to control it. And how have they run the world? With the control of money. So what's about to happen is their money is about to fail. The US dollar, the world reserve currency, the fiat money system is about to fail. As the money fails, and when the money fails, their concept of a central bank digital currency is going to collapse with it. Period. Bitcoin apparently has died 250 times in the past 10 years, but it's still alive and it's over 24, 25, 26,000 as we're speaking. So it's like, how is it Bitcoin dead if it's $25,000 a Bitcoin? So everything that they spew is a lie, but all that they have the media to basically spew the lies. And if you say, what's a saying? You say something enough times and loud enough, people start to believe you. And that's all that's been going on, right? But when you understand cycles, who cares what they say? Because it's irrelevant. I look at the cycle and I'm telling you, whatever they're saying, it's a moot point because the cycles indicate that they're going to lose control. The biblical timelines indicate that the financial system we know is about to flip. Like Jesus Christ walking into the temple, flipping the tables on the money changers. Okay, this is about to manifest. So whatever their plans are, they're going to be stopped, and a new financial system is about to manifest. That's going to change everything and what we perceive reality. So everything that we were taught to be this true was because they used the money system to basically build their narrative. So we're gonna, there's exposures that are coming. What does light do to darkness? God is the light, right? The light that's coming out is going to be exposed. It's going to expose such horrific things that have been done to the world, to us, to the children, the lies, the propaganda. Everything that they've done is going to very soon be exposed. These next 3.5 months are going to be 3.5 months the world's never going to forget.
Incredible stuff that is coming in the next couple months, and then it sounds like an even bigger summer and rebuilding season. Tell us what we've seen and maybe a hint about what's coming next for crypto.
Okay, so Noah, you get my reports, okay? The viewers that get my reports, this is in there, okay? This is our report. It's actually dated March 13th, literally yesterday's report that I put out. I blocked out the right side of it, basically, so you don't really know, because I can't really reveal everything. I want you to know how incredibly crazy and impressively accurate the past 6 months have been on the analysis. Like it blows my mind to be able to write reports and not write, well, if this happens, then this is a possibility, or if this happens, then this is like, Noah, I've not written that ever in my reports, if and then that. Okay. My reports are very simple. Here's the next date. Here's what's coming. This is what to expect on this date. Here's a window of time that this is supposed to happen. Like those are they're crazy reports because I just literally write about the future. And it hasn't happened yet. I'm just telling you, it's crazy, but that's my report. And so what have I been writing? Okay, so there's 7 bullet points here, right? So if you look at those arrows, this is the chart that my subscribers get. What did I write all of September and October? Bitcoin's going down. What did it do? It went down, okay? Whatever. Then the biggie was in October, like, hey, watch November, especially the 7th and 8th. It's going to drop through 19,000. Bitcoin's going to collapse. It happened to the precise day. We only find out that that's the FTX scandal. And then what happened? On November 22nd, Bitcoin bottomed. On November 22nd, I wrote, Bitcoin bottomed. Noah, that's been in every single report since November 22nd, and it's been dead on.
And
like,
this is yeah, but I just wanted to say 2 things. One, if you've been a subscriber and you've seen these things happen in real time, drop a comment below and just say, way to go, Bo, or I saw it happen. Maybe say, I saw it happen. I'd like to see how many of those we get, because I know there are probably hundreds of your subscribers watching this. And then the future from there, go ahead and take it from there, Bo.
Right. And then what do we write? And then after that, we basically said, we've been waiting. It's been boring a long time. And guess what? January is going to be an upcycle. Boom. Right on the money. January hit straight up cycle. Again, perfect cycle pattern replication. You know, that which has been will be again. You just need to know where to look, right? And then what happened? February, going to be boring. Hey, guess what happened? February was boring, was it not, right? Another sideways cycle, boring. Slightly down, right? So it fully played out again, exactly as forecast. And what I say, but don't worry, because March is coming. I kept saying that. Don't worry, March is coming. March, we're going to see a sharp vertical reversal. I kept saying that in February. Every report. What happened? Boom. It took off, and the cycle preceded the event, but the event hadn't happened yet, so Bitcoin couldn't jump vertical because the banks hadn't crashed yet. Get it? Then the event happened. So the event cycles precede events. Then the event happened. I didn't know what the event was, but I found out it was the banks crashed in Northern California. So the banks in Northern California crashed. Boom, on Monday, Bitcoin spikes, goes $4,000, $5,000 vertical to the exact day. The point is, it fulfilled the cycle, but it wasn't supposed to happen until the event happened. So to finish up with what's coming next, you know, again, Bitcoin's got a very powerful move coming, okay? It's going to hit a top. It's then going to crash. It's, you know, what price targets are coming, you know, or what, more importantly, what dates are coming. We've got some critically awesome, important dates that are coming in March, that are coming in April, that are coming in May, that are coming in June. We've got some critically important dates. I can't give them to everybody. The point is why? Because first off, if you're involved in cryptocurrencies, you just want them to go up, you know, well, I've shown you a pattern. I've told you Bitcoin's going up, you know, so that's great. Those that are traders and really want specifics and dates and patterns and which coin should we invest in, you know, yeah, we provide that as a service, okay? I spend a lot of time, hours and hours putting all that together because I want it to be as accurate as possible. When I post something, I want it to be from my heart and as accurate as I possibly can put something. And that is what I publish when I publish an update. So all I'm trying to do is show the world of what's coming. I just want to be a blessing to the world to know what's coming, and it is predictable.
Yeah, and I just want to say you're always so humble when it comes to some of this stuff, Bo. But you know, you've got point number 6 there on your slide, and you were saying March is the breakout. March is the breakout in your report. That was in the private report that everybody gets, all your subscribers. But as you got closer, it wasn't just March is the breakout. You said watch for Monday. You said Monday, March 13th. That's going to be the big day, and that's when it all happened. The banks failed Sunday night. Bitcoin goes crazy when we all woke up Monday morning. So it wasn't just watch this month. Bo, you had it to the day. And I want to say that because I know you don't want to brag, but you got it nailed to the day. That was pretty impressive.
Well, you know, it's just because the cycle foretold it, right? But there's another even more important date coming in March, okay? So as great as that one was, we're just that breakout here. Like we're getting into that critical time window here, or time price point. There's a very important date coming in March that's going to be magnitudes better than what just happened this past Monday.
Okay. Yeah. So if you want this report, Bo cuts this line off that you're seeing on the screen. This actually continues. It's in his newsletter. If you want to see the full thing, if you want to see that date that Bo is talking about, and the other ones, the ones that are coming in April and May and everything else, at least as Bo sees it in his cycles, you can go and get this if you want. Bo just said if you're not a trader, TRADER, not the other kind that we had in the screen above, but if you're a TRADER trader and you want the turns, you can get this. You go to gold2020forecast.com, and as Bo does every time he's been coming on this show for 2.5, 3 years, he always gives you a coupon code that you can use. Those do expire, so that's they're not up forever. So if you're watching this interview later on, that window may have closed, but if you're watching this live, that code's going to be good for you. You go in there, you type in when you're on the page, it'll say, do you have a coupon code, discount code? You put in WLT49. It's going to give you 50% off. And then my favorite part is you can get in there and you're going to have immediate access to everything. So you're going to have all of Bo's historical reports. So go ahead and you can go in there and go back to the last 5 or 10 and you can see this last little part. You can see the March 13th call out, and it's all in there. So when I very first joined years ago, I had fun going back looking at some of the historical stuff, and you're going to see exactly what these red arrows show. It's been pretty incredible. And then one other thing, Bo, just before we let you go, because we've had you on for a long time, If you're earlier in the interview, Bo was talking about, if you know crypto, if you're in crypto, you're probably in a pretty good spot. But if you're hearing all of this and you feel like you are behind, or you feel like you want to get into crypto, and Bo's not a financial advisor, I'm not a financial advisor. We're just telling you what we personally do, and Bo tells you what cycles he sees. But if you feel like, I don't understand crypto, but I really want to, this is probably the one for you. Slide number 73. Bo created this easy crypto school that you can go to, and it's going to take you from knowing absolutely nothing about it. I don't even know what website to go to. I don't know what Bitcoin is. I don't know where I go to get one. I don't know, once I have one, where I store it. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's in the computer somewhere. If you're confused by all of that, and if you don't want to make mistakes, because mistakes can be costly. So if you don't want to make mistakes, get this, and Bo's going to walk you through it from step 0 till the end. And he goes step by step. Screenshots are included. He tells you exactly where to go, the safe websites, the trusted websites, the trusted wallets. They're called wallets of where to hold these coins. That's where you want to go, easycryptoschool.com. And he's going to do the same thing. You drop in a coupon code WLT49. That's for anybody watching this interview. Our readers can get that code. And again, that also has an expiration date. So you want to grab that. And then it's the same thing. Once you log in, you've got access to the entire school, all the modules, and you can go at whatever pace you want. You can go speed through it, or you can just take a little bit at a time. So I'll put those links below this video too. But I would just say I'm not the time cycles guy. I'm not the analyst of time, but it was pretty exciting today and yesterday seeing that explosion in Bitcoin. And if there's a bigger explosion date coming up in the future, I'd like to have everybody on the ride with me, because I had a lot of fun this week, Bo. I don't know about you, but this has been pretty cool so far.
See, the world we live in, Noah, it's all about control, control, control. They want to control humanity. They want to control us. And the way they control it is with the money system, right? The financial money system allows them to control humanity, because as long as it's their game, right? It's the central bank is not central, and it's not a bank, or the Federal Reserve is not federal, and it's not a reserve. It's private. It's a private institution. Okay, they create the money out of thin air. They push it across humanity. They've enslaved everybody. So now everybody believes that they have to pay back a debt that was created out of thin air. Period. The money system has enslaved us, but we are at a biblical time window here. We're at a biblical time point where if God is going to do something, it's probably sooner rather than later. We've got such little time remaining, March into April here, because by May, I think the things already, it would have already happened. So something biblical is coming. God is going to intervene, flip the tables, and what they planted for us, they are going to receive upon their own heads. On the other side of it, those that planned are going to be blessed like you've never, ever imagined before. The great wealth transfer specifically means the fall of Babylon, because that would be the transfer from the money of the trillions from the wicked to the church.
Our guest has been Bo Polny. Bo, this has been great. You've really brought some amazing stuff here. Thank you for your time, as always. I always like to give you the last word. Bo, what closing thought do you want to leave everybody with before we sign off?
By May, I'd say in the month of May into June, it's going to be the worst of times the world has ever seen. In the best of times the world has ever seen. So it depends on which side you choose. Perfect.
Well, we know which side we're on, and we know which side you're on, Bo. And I hope everybody listening to my voice and yours here is prepared and planned and has made that same choice. So, Bo, thank you so much. We're going to be watching, and I know we'll have you back on soon to talk about some even bigger things. So thank you so much for being here.
God bless. Thank you.